Chapter 4, Section 1. So factoring the difference of squares. So factoring the difference of squares, basically, you need a perfect square here, you need a perfect square there, between them and negative. It has to be a binomial. So binomial means two terms. Difference means it has to be minus. It cannot be plus, because if it's plus, you cannot factor it. So difference of squares, all you need to do, just open two set of brackets, make one negative, one positive, it doesn't matter which is which. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of 36 is 6. You repeat the same thing in the second brackets. Same here. Square root of x to the 4 is x squared. X squared. Square root of 9y squared is 3y. 3y. Done. This one the same. I get x squared minus 4. X squared plus 4. Doesn't finish there, because this still has a difference of squares. So you have to redo it again as x minus 2, x plus 2. However, this one just stays the same, x squared plus 4, because it's not the difference of squares. This one, my advice to you is first to look at the greatest common factor. And the greatest common factor here is 4, and you get 4x squared minus 1. Now, this will be 4, open two set of brackets, 1 minus, 1 positive. This is still the difference of squares, because 1 is a perfect square and 4x squared is a perfect square. So square root of 4x squared is 2x, 2x. And square root of 1 is 1, 1. This one here, it looks a bit complicated, but because the square here, this makes this a perfect square and this a perfect square. Some students like to let m be x minus 2, and that way they could replace x minus 2 by m, and then they put a square in there, minus 25, factor it, m minus 5, m plus 5. Now m is x minus 2, so you go back and sub x minus 2, whatever. There's an m in the equation. So that will be x minus 2 minus 5 and x minus 2 plus 5, which finally equals x minus 7 and x plus 3. This one here, you're going to let m equal x minus 2 and n equal x plus 3 to make this simpler. So now we could write m squared minus n squared, subtract this into m minus n, m plus n. Now you go back and substitute x minus 2 for m and x plus 3 for n. So I have x minus 2 minus, because there's a minus here, you have to put the x plus 3 in brackets. Close the bracket and then sub in m and n for here. And that's x minus 2, and then the sign in the middle is plus. You don't have to put another brackets when it's a plus. And the reason why, because the negative is a sign changer. So this will give me x minus 2 minus x minus 3. And this one will give me 2x. I'm just going to simplify that, plus 1, which finally equals, the x's will cancel, negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. So I don't need a bracket around that. And then you have 2x plus 1. This is done. Now here you have a trinomial here. And this trinomial, if you factor it, it'll give you x minus 3 times x minus 3, because two numbers that multiply to give you 9 and add to give you -6, they are -3 and -3. So instead of writing x minus 3, just write x minus 3 squared and then minus y squared. Then this becomes exactly like this question. I'm gonna let k, you don't have to use m, equal x minus 3. This, you change this to k squared minus y squared, which factors into k minus y, k plus y. And now you sub x minus 3 back for k in the equation. So you'll have x minus 3 minus y, and you have x minus 3 plus y. One more example. I'm going to do example 8 for some of the students who fear fractions. So let's say you have x squared over 4 minus 1/9. This is a perfect square because everything here is perfect square binomial. It's a difference of squares again. So very simple. Minus plus square root of x squared is x. Square root of 4 is 2, so x over 2, minus square root of 1 is 1, square root of 9 is 3, and you write that again. Difference square is finished. We'll talk to you soon. Stay safe. Thank you for watching.